so far on calculating our carbon footprint, including mine, what issues have you come across other than the obvious staff one?
I like that. That's very good. Okay, so for those of you watching this this recording, it's fair to say that I've had two big issues actually. One's around the collection of data, and there are two issues within that. So one of them was team issues, and actually I'm going to be very fair to the team and say that I think I did not help. And so this is a learning process for all of us within the company on how to pull together our carbon footprint. And so one of the things was trying to get the right data and being able to, I suppose, get everybody on board. I don't think that I explained it very well, so I think that didn't help the team. And then the other thing, that our benchmark is going to be July from 2019 to June 2020. So it includes those 3 months of COVID. And
okay, so the baseline is different to normal.
Absolutely. So, but I've accepted that we're going to put the COVID thing in there. And what that's meant is, because everyone was working from home, I've had to collect all of the data from everybody around their home electricity and gas usage. So, of course, I think trying to relate that to the team, and as you were part of the team, Johnny, I think it was quite entertaining. We definitely had a few iterations of the data. However, once that's been set up, we've now got a monthly process for doing that. I think everyone's on board and they've got it. But also just the COVID issue is quite interesting, because straight away it throws up, you know, some of the things that potentially you could do to reduce your carbon footprint. I said there was a second thing as well. So the one, now that I have the benchmark, I think I can actually announce that we're just over 10,000 kilograms of carbon for the company in our benchmark. Now, I have no idea.
Do you know what that means?
No, well, I mean, I actually put a question myself. What does that actually mean? So what does that actually mean? I have no idea. So one of the biggest issues is you try and find other companies' carbon footprints out there. There are not many. There are places you can go, and I have found a couple of sources now. I thought BES might be a good place to go, but while the dashboard we're using is using BES BES tables, actually in terms of BES holding carbon footprints for companies, it doesn't have it. So there are some places, and I'm now going through that process of looking at how we benchmark against those.
All businesses work in a different way, and some will rely on using transport more, some will rely on computer servers, some will rely on feeding lots of people. So the footprint will be different, won't it, for every company, even if the company has the same turnover.
So there's some intensity metrics that you can use. So you could use per meter squared on your office space, but of course with COVID and everyone working from home, that's probably not a good metric. I think the best metric is per employee, I would say. In terms of, do I think we'll be good or bad? I think we'll probably be good, because we don't manufacture. We're an online company. Yes, we have done events. We do events, and so there's a carbon footprint about those, but those are probably within scope 3. So we're only doing really scope 1 and scope 2 emissions, and we will look at scope 3 as we go further into our journey. But just to give us a sort of a base of where we're at least we now have something. Now I can go and look to see how we can benchmark, and that is a good thing. We're on our journey.